In a world that feels like it's always changing, always in motion, there's an ancient text that offers a single verse, almost like an anchor. It speaks direct into the core of what it means to be human and reveals a path to find real stability, even in the middle of chaos. So let's dive into our exploration.
Think about it for a moment. Pleasure and pain, heat and cold. These are the fundamental opposites, right? They are the constant, totally unavoidable forces that really shape the texture of our lives.
But here's a thought. What if the goal isn't to somehow avoid them? What if you could change your relationship with them? What if you could experience them fully, yet remain internally untouched, unshaken?
Well, this very idea, it's at the heart of what you might call an ancient promise, captured in just a few very carefully chosen words.
The person whom these do not disturb, who is steady and equal in both, becomes fit for immortality. It's incredible, right? Inside these words, there's a complete roadmap for inner freedom. Let's really unpack what it all means, piece by piece.
So, the verse starts off by describing a very specific kind of person. Someone who has this unique quality of mind when they're facing all of life's inevitable ups and downs.
The key phrase we need to look at is na vyathyanti. You see, the root word vyath means to cause distress, to agitate, or to literally shake something. So this isn't about being numb or not feeling anything at all. It's about not being internally thrown off balance by what you feel.
And this is such a critical distinction. This isn't a promise that you'll have a life without any pain or difficulty. Not at all. It's the promise of a mind that is not dominated by that pain. The experience happens, sure, but it no longer gets to define your inner state. So who is this person who isn't shaken? The text calls them dhiram, which means someone with a steady, firm, and resilient mind. And what's so important here is that this isn't about what you know intellectually. It's about the actual stability of your mind itself. Okay, so the verse then moves on to describe the internal posture that's required for this, to be equal in both pleasure and pain. Sama dukkha sukham. It's just a beautiful, elegant compound word. Sama means equal, dukkha is pain, and sukha is pleasure. So it literally describes a person who maintains an internal equilibrium, whether they're experiencing one or the other. And this equality, this balance, is an internal choice. It's a state you have to cultivate. You still feel the joy, of course. You still feel the sorrow. But neither one is allowed to just hijack your consciousness. You remain the master of your own inner world. So what's the result of all this inner steadiness? The verse wraps up with the ultimate goal, becoming fit for what is beyond. Amritatvaya kalpate. This means one becomes fit for or eligible for the state beyond death. And that word kalpate is so important. It doesn't mean you automatically receive something. It means you become worthy of it. You qualify for it. And again, we have to clear up a common misunderstanding here. This isn't some magic formula for physical immortality. It's about becoming prepared. By mastering your response to this world of constant change, you become eligible to understand that which is changeless. So when you put it all together, you can see the verse outlines a complete path. First, it defines the qualification, a steady mind. Second, it gives us the method, shifting from just reacting to things to consciously responding. And finally, the goal, linking that inner stability to an understanding of the timeless. When it really comes down to it, the message is this. True strength isn't about controlling the world outside of you. It's about cultivating an unshakable center within you. When you're no longer thrown off balance by the constant waves of experience, you become ready to perceive the vast, calm ocean that was always there, right beneath the surface. And so, this ancient wisdom leaves us with a very personal question. As you go about your own day with all of its pleasure and all of its pain, where can you practice being just a little more steady and a little less shaken?